We are back for Battle of the Gods trilogy. Woo! The finale. This is Adventures in Silver Nell. I am. My dog. Really? You've been here this whole time. Okay. I am Michael Jackson. I am your guest DM. Scott Nicholson is here running the show for me. You guys can't see him, but we give him all the love. I am your local historian, and I help keep the timeline pure and crazy and chaotic. Also, I am the creator of Summer Song, who became the time god of last season, and wanted to have a wacky fun time, and he had invited a bunch of his god friends to come have a competition to see who wants to be a new god in Silvernell, because we needed some new gods there. And so I invited some of my friends to make some characters and players to fill that spot. So we're gonna go through. We're gonna start with my boy Andrew. Tell us your name, your character's name, and the god you represent. We'll start with you.
Awesome. Hi, my name is Andrew Krug. My character's name is Ackh. Be sure to support that with the diaphragm if you're ever telling your friends about Ackh. Ackh is a level 13 primal fighter, which is something similar to a barbarian. And the god that they are sort of working for is Agba, which is the god of like nature and knowledge and stuff. They're basically a big tree in the middle of their world.
Beautiful. B. Pablo.
Hi, my name is Pablo. I play Zadkiel, Righteousness of the Supreme. Can you not hear me?
I hear you. Do you have him muted? The personal attack.
Never mind.
Anyways, I play Zadkiel, Righteousness of the Supreme Deity. I'm a level 14 light cleric. I'm a celestial warforged, and I fight for the honor and glory of the Supreme Deity. They're basically this mega supercomputer that I see as a brilliant source of light, and I gain all my powers from them. And yeah, that's Zadkiel.
Alright. C. Colby.
I'm Alias Daewynn. It's good to meet you. He is a warlock, and he is an Eladrin elf. If you look at him, he's kind of your hot boy a little bit moment. He's got sandy blonde hair, kind of dusted back a little bit, those flowing locks. He's adorned in kind of this white cardigan, almost, kind of coat, that flows down to about mid-thigh, has golden trim around it, very librarian dad vibes, if you really want to go into it. Kind of that comfy fit. He is a warlock. He serves Corellin, the Arkheart, the protector of elves. And I don't know, he's a cocky son of a bitch. That's basically all you need to know.
Cody.
Alright, hi everyone, my name is Dakota Benfield. I am playing Servius Pyrrrhos, which is a Dreamweaver class. It's a homebrew class, kind of like a wizard. Just a little more necromancy, spellcasting. Uses dreams to fight. And his god created him, but treats him like a son, really. She's way overprotective. She's another universe's Cthulhu. A very soccer mom type person, slightly annoying, and yeah, I am an old one, so I kind of look similar, but not quite like a Cthulhu type character. I got the little tentacles, fun to talk with. I've also got giant wings, which aren't used for flying; they're used for swimming. They're my water wings. So yeah, that's all with me.
Beautiful. Ben.
Hey, I'm Benjamin Reilly. I'm playing Dusty Cuppkake Galu, level 15 arcane pastry baker. Dusty is a turtle and a 49-time winner of the Golden Tart Award. He's the adoptive father of the 2-in-1 goddesses Mara and Molo. They are the goddesses of sweetness and sourness respectively. And he ended up here quite on accident.
Awesome. And before we go any further, I just gotta take a moment, because we wouldn't be sitting here, a bunch of nerds, my friends from college, playing some D&D, if my friend Scott Nicholson, who you can't see, but I see him, so I hope he gets all red and flustered, made this beautiful platform for a bunch of nerds to come and hang out. And so I'm glad that I could supply him with, oh my Jesus. Glad I could supply him with endless supply of nerds to give content to, and for him to give us a place to come be nerds. So thank you, because we get to play D&D and people get to watch us do that. That's absolutely wild. And so I love that I get to do that every week. So thank you guys for joining me.
Look at him being all
weeks.
Look at him being all modest.
Thank you guys for the last 3 weeks, and thank you, Scott, for the last year and a half. How long has it been? And so I hope you guys come back, and I hope he doesn't kick me out. But yeah, okay. So let's get into it. We jump into one final multiverse that we haven't seen. We jump into. We go into the past. We go into the Feywild. We see this council of elven figures. They sit around this massive table, a pantheon of these elven figures, and they speak of this prophecy of greatness, this elf that will come and they will protect all kind and will protect all elves and be their savior. And there is this statue of said elf, and it is an elf known as Corellin. Corellin came to power when he learned of a plan of a dragon named Asga. It's so faint on his tongue that he just doesn't remember anymore. He heard of a dragon trying to attack his village, and he quickly amassed a plan to let the dragon attack. And instead of attacking, he simply planar binded the dragon and banished it to a different plane and solved the problem, saved the elves, and they worshipped him every single day. And Corellin has lived for hundreds of years with these elves, and he lives in the Feywild in this timeline, and he's influenced it quite a bit. Over the hundreds of years he's been there, the Sealy courts now run this place, and the high elven pantheon has dwindled down to just one very, very cocky son of a bitch named Corellin, who sits at the top of this pantheon, who runs the unseelie and sealy courts that he has united under his powerful influence, because no one can diss the man. Everyone loves Corellin. And there is one person who is super close to Corellin, who everyone knows is Corellin's best friend. They're the tits tit. And it's a guy named Alias Daewynn, who no one really knows much about, but he is for sure the guy who's always been with Corellin in the last 100, 200 years. And we jump to that 200-year mark when they first met. And we see a guy almost as cocky as Corellin. Alias Daewynn, this almost nobody of an elf in this wonderful kingdom whose ego can only be compromised by himself, which he would never do. And this guy's a talker, he's a gambler, and he gets everything he wants. And he's talked so much shit that he's gotten the attention of the elf, of the Corellin. And he has a game with him, a poker game. And we see Corellin, the elf, and Alias Daewynn, some dude, sit at a table. And they have a hand of cards in front of them. Daewynn is ecstatic. He loves his hand. He is looking like, this couldn't be... This is it for me. I got this. And Corellin sits there playing his hand. He has all these fans behind him, all these elves behind him, and he, unfazed by you, he's just like playing it up. And you sit at this table with him, feeling real good about your hand.
You know, Corellin, I know you have a bunch of fans and all, but are they really here to watch you lose? Because that would be rather embarrassing.
Oh, I've never lost anything in my life, and I do not plan to start now. So by all means, whatever you think you're gonna do, I would love for you to do, so I can just make you in fact look bad.
Okay, Corellin. If you will, this hand that I hold will be the end of you. And we have a bit of a rivalry, no hard feelings. We know you're the best at everything. But you might have to give this title to me, actually. Is that all right?
Well, everyone knows Corellin doesn't give it up for anyone. I only give it out. So that's not how this is going today. But by all means, again, play your cards and we'll see how it goes.
All right. Well, you understand the stakes are very high, right? If you lose, you have to do my bidding for the 24 hours. We wrote up a contract. I promise you remember every detail.
Yeah, 24 hours if I lose, and a mortal soul if you lose. Standard procedures.
Perfect.
I get it. I get it. Deals with
Perfect.
gods. You know, no
I
biggie.
won't lose. No worries. I won't lose. The soul issue is inconsequential. It'll be fine, I'm sure.
And he sits there and he goes, "I feel like you're stalling, little elf. Play your
Wait,
cards."
Fine. We draw the river. Fifth and final card.
Sure.
Yeah.
He pulls
Go
his
ahead
card.
and
He actually didn't pull his card. He holds his cards and he looks to one of the elves behind him, and they all like look at each other and they reach out to grab the card, and one of them snatches it and hands it to him. "Here you go. Thanks." And she's like, "Oh my god." She stands behind him.
Oh. You sure you're not cheating with that posse of yours?
You just
Just
call me a
making-
cheater?
I mean, I would never, Corellan. You
That's
sir,
what I thought.
I
Pull your
think
card.
exactly. Of course, I will pull my card, but there's a lot of people around you. Just
Of course.
checking.
Lots of witnesses
What?
to see I'm not cheating at all.
Right, of course. And I hold my hand, and with the final draw, I'll be ready to present.
Yeah. He plays his hand and he lays it out in front of you, and it's like I don't speak poker. But also neither does Corellin. He agrees to games. He just likes to play the games. He plays
Likes
he
to play a
plays the
little bit
cards
of
out.
luck.
He's like the games always work in his favor. He plays his cards in front of you, and he's like puts it down. And he looks at you.
That's. I didn't know you knew all the. Should I? Right.
Your turn, little elf.
You're right. You sure you don't want to play best 2 out of 3? That's a very good hand.
He
A
puts his
straight
hand up.
run.
And you kind of feel like a stiffness in your body. And he's like, "I feel like you're stalling. Play your cards." He puts his hand down.
You're right, old friend. You've won this time. I can't wait to see what punishment you think of for this time. You will win. You win, as always. And I'll lay down my hand, and it's just a high pair. I had nothing.
And he kind of he waves his hands around the cards and goes, "A losing hand is going to be your hand for always." Kind of waves his hands around the cards, and those cards become that enchanted deck you carry around. And you kind of pull it together, and he goes, "A best punishment for a loser is to sit and wait. There's a prophecy of a great elf that will come," and he kind of, as he says that, he dismisses the people around him, and you and him sit in this room. "A great elf that will rise," and they've prophesied that is me, the great Corellin, but and there seems to be some discrepancy, as that's not the true title I hold.
One of many, sir. I mean, Krellin, you are masterful at everything you do. I mean, have you
Yeah.
seen your biceps? You've really been hitting the gym lately. It's wonderful. Just big as a
I do
head.
appreciate the ego boost, and I don't need it. Thank you.
Right.
I would like to formally introduce myself to you, as I've never done for anyone before. My name is Corellin, god of falsehood and pride, at your service.
Ah. Well, an extra title. That is wonderful news. I am
Yes.
honored to meet you.
The problem being, this elf they speak of does still exist, and that's not really gonna
He's
work
a
for
threat
me.
to your power, of course. Of course, we
Correct.
must eliminate that.
Yes, and he's coming. We just don't know when. I do, but I don't have really a time frame, so I just need you to wait for me.
It's a feeling. Okay, I will continue to wait. Here,
Absolutely.
peaceful. Yes,
course.
of course, of course.
Slides you the deck of cards, and he vanishes, and you sit there, and you wait.
What a fucking.
Or and you wait for. You're in this room that has no door. It's almost like a demiplane. You're sitting in the demiplane spell. It's a external location, and you sit in this place, and time seems almost ad nauseum, and months, years, centuries go by. As you're sitting in here waiting for this debt to be paid. And about 200 years go by, and
200
you have
years?
gods forget about how that works. And a slit,
Time, I guess you're right.
a slit appears, rips, pulls you through.
Fine.
And you all sit in that good old limbo, the bar, and you see that point totals racking, and it stops and it slates, and you see top spot, Ackh, 390 points. Dusty, 386 points. Servius, 342 points. Zadkiel, 302 points. Alias, 200 points. Prepare for round 3. And you all sit, as the scores have now been posted.
So, what do you think round 3 will be?
I hope it's as easy as round 2. It was wonderful. I mean, sneaking through in that camp, exhilarating. We didn't even have to fire a single shot.
Not at all. I almost burned down one of our items we needed to get.
That actually was rather important. Maybe that wasn't the best plan of ours in hindsight.
It worked out.
It worked out, but somebody could have died. But I guess that's better than going in guns a-blazing.
Suppose.
I suppose that fire was pretty cool, though.
Dusty, do you?
I say, Dusty and I did a wonderful job feeding the creatures and
Yes.
keeping them distracted. For I feel like that went a little underappreciated, don't you think, Dusty?
I agree. Your juggling was fantastic, sir.
Thank
And
you.
I threw like 30 people off a bridge.
You did.
That was
it
good.
was marvelous.
Y'all were the reason we were able to get inside. No, we needed you as part of the team.
And who's the real winners? We didn't get any food. We didn't get to eat anything. I mean, you didn't save us anything. There was no time, but that's
You guys-
fine.
You guys didn't eat anything? There was...
We were a bit busy, but you could have saved me a cupcake, but no.
I had a
Fine.
cupcake.
You had a cupcake? Wait a minute.
You had
Why
a
what?
cupcake. too, huh?
One half cupcake.
Do we have some extra cupcakes?
Is there more?
No. There's not.
Right.
How'd you
You
make
said
more
all
with your magics?
Ha! You think I just go into a kitchen and clap my hands and cupcakes appear?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I think
That's not
happened.
how it works for you. I just snapped my fingers.
I mean, it's pretty close to how it works, but you need ingredients still,
Well,
Fail components, sure.
And you need love and sweetness and a little bit of miracle honey.
Of course. Right.
As you all sit there, you hear a kind of like a doo-doo-doo on this, and the screen appears, and it's it's time for your godly pitches. And this satyr-like woman appears. Hi, I'm the goddess of gossip, and this is gonna be your interviews with the gods. You know why you're here. To be the god of Silver Nell? Let's find out why. Ackh, you're first. And there's a tree, plantlings thing next to him. And Krug, if you will take over for Ackh, and give your pitch for why Ackh would like to be god of Silver Nell.
Hello. I am Ackh, the goddess of nature and knowledge. If you don't know why I should be a god here, that's a reason enough. I am the god of basically all knowledge. If you need to know anything, you can come to my humble library. Pyrrrhos. That's what I offer to you, and all I ask is to be on the highest pedestal.
Just pedestal and you'll get all the knowledge you want. That's all it takes to be with Ackh. We'd love to hear it. Thank you. Up next, we have the Supreme Deity.
Greetings. I am the supreme deity, creator of, well, all. I started off as a simple AI program, and, well, my work speaks for itself. I am all. Why should I be in the pantheon? Obviously. I mean, look at my work. You would be a fool to not take me. That is all that I've calculated to say. I am the supreme deity. Consider me or perish. I mean, consider me or maybe we won't be the best of friends. Thank you.
You can't fight with that one. Consider them or perish. All right. Up next we have Carillion.
I mean, hey, what's going on? It's Corella, right? Have you seen me? Have you met? I mean, if you took a minute to meet my charismatic personality, I mean, you would see the benefits that you could see joining under me, with me, alongside me. We could be teammates, compatriots, of course. I'm already a god. I just, I have many titles. The Archheart, the Protector, the Father of all elves. I know, many impressive feats. But I'm not at my full potential yet. I can do more, I feel. And so give me this opportunity to serve you by being the best I can be. Thank you.
I feel entering a timeline in which all elves have basically been genocided. Who worships you if they're all gone? Have you thought about that one?
Yes, and it is a tragedy that we have lost so many of our number, and that is why I'm reaching out to you, because while I can't have the best, I can have the next best, and that's you, all of you. All of you that have joined here to watch this spectacle. I mean, look at me, look at us. The brotherhood, the friendship, the power, the immortality of the elves could be yours. Join us and receive the benefit.
Hey, you heard it here. If your people get taken out, just second best, we'll take them. Thank you. All right, up next, Madam T. The lady. Yeah.
That you've had some issues in this world with your Cthulhu before, but I want to reassure you all that I won't destroy your world and take it over. I promise. I won't. Yes, I did that to my world, I understand, but consider you all family, and I love my family. And to prove that, I'm going to warp my son here to do this little routine we've prepared.
And Mrs. T warps Servius Pyrrrhos over to the stage, and he pops.
Whoa, Mother, what are you doing? I'm supposed to be back at the bar. Just do the thing. Do the thing we practice. Mother, I don't think that's a good idea to do that. Just do the thing. Fine. Don't go breaking my heart. I couldn't if I tried. Oh, if I get restless. Baby, you're not the kind. Woohoo! Woohoo! Nobody knows it. Nobody knows. When I was down, you were my god. Woo! And now what? So you see, I really love my family, and I would consider you all part of that. Thank you.
Dysfunctional. All right, over to our god Mara.
Hi, Mara.
Oh, you're Molo! I'm the goddess of sour! And I should be in the pantheon. I look at all of you and I know how you look at me. You think I'm just a little old lady, you do. But I have lots to offer.
I would like to make everything sweet in Silver Nell. I would like to put a cupcake store on every street corner. And frankly, my personal baker has gotten too good for the mortals, so I just need to share.
I'm gonna replace all the apples with lemons. I am. And then, I'm gonna fill the bathtubs with sand and salt. You think it's bad, but it's a very good scrub.
And if you look under your seat, you will all find a pastry basket. Please, you got one, you have one, and you...
I took them away. They're not there anymore. So that's why we should be on the pantheon. Okay.
Well,
You.
talking scary kids, we love them. All right. As this is happening, there are a dozen more gods who go, and you all receive the effects of a long rest as you're watching this. As the champions are watching this, effects of a long rest and anything that you would need to rejuvenate during that time for any of your weird, fun, special stuffs as you're watching this godly thing. And as it wraps up, Summer Song steps out, and he's like, "All right, well, thank you. I love all your pitches. They've been absolutely amazing. And it's time for round 3, which is very dear and personal to me. We're going to be going back to the moment right before I ascended. I like to call this one my final moment. The ode to Summer Song, if you will. We're going to be reliving my death. I think that's really cathartic for like how to do this. So we're going to go back to the time I saw a giant evil dragon, but I want to do it really nostalgically." And he kind of steps out in front of this, like, he's like on this like floating platform. You guys are watching this through a screen. Floating platform on this coliseum. All the gods are watching him, and he like touches his head, and he reaches out, and all the gods like kind of look up, and they're like linked with him. And you guys, your eyes light up, and you're now standing on the battlefield as it starts to shift. And Summer Song speaks to you. This is the place where I had my last battle, and I think it's very appropriate that the person who joins the Pantheon should have their first battle here. I fought Asgarath here, and now you would fight something of my own fun creation. And you see before you a ancient black dragon start to reach its hands out of this lake and start to crawl up. You see its hands first, then the tips of its wings, and then that blue water starts to turn white, then green, then start to bubble as this breath starts to shoot out of the pool of water like a geyser. As the head of this dragon emerges, this 20 by 20, 40 by 40 creature just starts to reach out and fly up, and it looks at you all, and I need you all to roll initiative.
We can reason.
Yeah, we can't start talking first, right? You sure about that?
You're welcome
You
to
know.
speak if you would like to, while you roll initiative.
Dialogue, right?
Got a 16.
Oh, thank you.
16 as well.
I got a 20.
Got a 20?
22.
22.
I got
19.
a 15. Ooh.
15 and 19.
Everyone's doing better than me. It's fine. It's fine.
Hey, it's okay. It's okay.
Shoot, I'm sorry, 21. I got a 21.
Alias! The dragon got a 17. Boom, 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 boom. BB Grimes said we need a Cerberus spin-off musical. All right, get it in the works. Get it in the works.
Yes, in the works.
Let's just not talk about that.
I thought it was a lovely performance.
Yeah, well, you know,
As you guys have those initiatives in, I also need you all to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, awesome.
We're just gonna
Wonderful.
start. You know,
Is
we're
this-
starting off strong.
Oh, I know what this is for. I don't have immunity to this.
18.
Why?
18.
12.
25.
25, 23.
18.
All right, the 25 and the 23 save. The other two, as this dragon emerges, you are under the effects of frightful presence, and you are frightened for 1 minute. You can repeat the saving throw at the end of your turn. And frightened just means you cannot willingly advance towards this creature, and if you attack or make any ability checks while it's in front of you or you're looking at it, you have disadvantage. So keep that in mind.
Starting off strong. Starting off strong.
Yes. Also, as you start to materialize and you process as this giant dragon, you're afraid of it. You start to the fear starts to set into your eyes. You start to look around and you see there are a horde of dead bodies at your feet. A lot of dead bodies. And some song pops in your head and he's like, dope, sorry about that. It's really wanted to get you into the mood of it. There are a bunch of cultists who did a whole thing right before this to summon a dragon. I wanted to get you in the feel of a dragon being summoned right in front of you and wanting to kill you because, well, you know. Okay.
This feels cathartic.
It's very atmospheric, if you will.
Lovely.
That's the mood.
What it means.
You
It's terrifying.
Yeah.
and I
Yeah,
feel
there's a black dragon in front of us. It's a tad worrisome.
Looks hungry.
Shall I make it another feast?
yes.
Yes.
Could we befriend the dragon too?
You're welcome to try. Cuppkake, it's your turn. And you're not frightened, right?
No, I'm not.
Boom.
Does do the bodies alter the terrain in any way? Like, is it difficult or?
No, they're spread out. You can
Okay.
easily get around them.
Okay, cool. Do they count as cover at all? Any amount of cover?
They do
They
not.
do. They don't.
No.
Awesome. Cool.
Also, this dragon is floating right above the water, so it's currently 10 feet in the air, but it's floating right above the water plane.
Cool.
Look.
I'm going to move. So here, cool. I'm gonna move up here, and I'm gonna take the dodge action. Yeah.
Smooth.
Hope that I can dodge.
All right. Let's see what the range is for. I get to use so many things now. So I'm like, okay, let's see what we're gonna do here. Okay, we have at initiative 20. This also counts as a lair for this dragon because we're getting chaotic. So it's gonna use a lair action to use grasping muck, and tendrils of muck extend from the dragon's lair and grasp up to 3 creatures. So I need DC 15 saving throws from the 3 guys who are frightened. So he's gonna frighten you, and then it's gonna wrap you up. So it's gonna sink in the trauma. And you're making
So
a
what
DC
kind of check
15,
again?
DC 15 strength saving throw.
Ooh.
And you do have disadvantage.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Wait, no,
go.
wait, it's a saving throw. It's a saving throw. It's a saving throw. It doesn't count. I thought about that. It's ability checks and attacks. Oh, I was gonna be wild, but it's not saving throws. I thought about it. I was like, 18.
Good. I have a -1 to my strength, so that is a 16.
16 passes, 18 passes,
The 15 passes, right?
15 passes, yeah.
Okay.
So these tendrils of sheer water just pull up out of this. As it starts to snarl, you see its saliva start to drip into the water, and that water starts to writhe up and reach out at the 3 of you who are completely terrified of this thing. And these water tendrils reach out and thrash at you, but they luckily don't grab you. And it is going to be Dusty's turn, who's also not frightened.
Easy.
Dusty's calling forth into existence his favored assistant directly in front of him. He's gonna kind of toss that sugar into the air and say, "Get out here, Blow!" turning to the guys beside him, he's gonna quickly hand each of them a lemon tart. Take this. You're gonna need it. Use it when you cannot fail. Before scurrying back. And he's gonna just stay right there and shout at Blow. Hold the line!
So that as you back up.
Indeed. Strategy.
Like, I got friends for that. And that's end of your turn?
Yes.
Evict. Alright. Let me look.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, don't be too stressed.
Yeah, I sure have no reason to be stressed at all.
Alright, so the dragon is going to fly in. It's going to fly past Ackh. It's going to completely ignore him. It's going straight for the people who are standing there. And it is going to make 3 attacks. It's got triple attack. So we've got a bite attack. Read my stuff here. Bite attack and 2 claw attacks. So that's coming at our friends Alias, Servius, and Zadkiel.
Uncanny dodge. I'm gonna move. Take half of it.
Yeah, I'm glad you're able to. I'm glad you're able to.
All right, let's see who's the first one. That one hurts the most. Oh, Elias, I'm so sorry, my boy. Okay, Elias is good. He's getting hit with a bite. Which is gonna be.
The longer you take, the more worried I get. Okay.
Just takes a bucket of dice.
Just dump them straight into the camera.
You take 30 points of damage. It's a mix of acid and piercing as this dragon comes in, and it's 10 feet in the air, and it just like flashes its neck out and just like chomps down on you, does that damage, and then in those same movement, it swings around and it hits both the compatriots with a claw attack.
Fuck.
That's gonna be 15 points to Servius and 16 points to Zadkiel.
If I used Uncanny Dodge, wouldn't that
You
cut
take
it in
half.
half? Yeah,
Yes, you take half.
bet.
Boom, bop. And that is the end of its turn.
Alright.
Yep, I'm not fucking with this thing.
Servius, he takes this time to run way back here, along with Dusty. Let's see, is that 30? Yeah. And he's going to cast Raise the Dead on 3 of these corpses back here. My spells.
Well, I hope they can get off the ground, you bitch. But yeah.
Ew.
These dead cultists
All right.
start to rise.
Yeah. So as long as they're like humanoid, which all of these look to be,
Yeah, they are.
I cast it as a 4th level, so I'll get 3 just undead zombie servants.
Rad.
Yeah. I mean, they
I'm
can't
sure you were totally prepared for this, Michael. You're 100%
they can block with them, so that's what I'm gonna use them
That is
for.
the things on the map. It's the thing. Make the dragon eat them immediately.
Fucking good, but that's one less attack against me.
We're gonna raise 3 of the dead. All right. And what do you command them? What is that looking like? It's the command.
Are you
action
three?
button.
Just stand in front of me.
Do I get cover now? And the answer is yes. We'll let that spell slot be covered for you. Okay.
Oh yeah, this is great.
They'll stand in front of you and they will just start to block you. Is that what they're doing? They're trying to...
What they can do.
Gotcha. Yeah, so we'll just add some points to your AC for that. Anything else from you? Any other actions?
No, that's it.
Move. Dun.
Me?
Actually, in between, after you raise the dead and do that, this thing is going to the giant dragon is going to everybody except Dusty and Servius need to make me a dexterity saving throw as this dragon starts to pulse its wings, and the force from it becomes pretty great as it attempts to mess you up.
21. Oh wait, disadvantage, right?
Not on saving throws. No, you're good.
Okay, a 21.
10.
And 11.
Hey.
All
Hello,
right.
15.
It's okay. Oh yes, all of you fail. And you
Lovely,
take 16 points of bludgeoning damage. You are knocked prone, and the dragon is gonna move 40 feet forward, and is going to put itself. Let's put it just so it's not on top of. Oh, perfect! I can do that little thing. Great. Yeah, it's gonna move. So it's you can keep their tokens on the top of it just because it's a massive dragon. And it's gonna be like hovering around them. But it's gonna take that movement.
Was the dragon within 5 feet of Blow when he hit him?
The dragon's at 10 feet from the ground.
Ah, was anyone else within 5 feet of Blow when he hit him?
Some allies. Do they count?
Oh no! Yeah. That's a DC 17 Dex throw or blinded for 2 rounds.
Does it count if I don't have a head? Does it count if I don't have a head?
That's a good point, Michael. What do you think?
I don't have a head. I just have a ball of light with wings.
I'm done.
So does that count?
You're not immune to the condition to be blinded, so you're gonna make that save.
Cool. It said it was a dex save.
Damn it.
What was the save again?
Yeah, so it's. Oh yeah, no, you're good, Elias. It's just Zadkiel in 5 feet range.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Oh my god! So what?
It's not just me you gotta worry about.
A 17, beat 17 on a Dex save.
19. We're good. We're good.
Congratulations. Amazing.
Oh god.
That is awful.
No one stand next to that thing. All right.
I should keep my mouth shut.
I'm gonna take a sharp look at Dusty and say, Dusty, control your construct.
And Zadkiel, it is now your turn. You've been almost blinded. You've been knocked prone.
In the words of a strange world from my universe that I've heard someone say, immediately no! And Zadkiel is going to try to fly kind of like 30 feet away from just everything. I don't even know where I'm going. Okay.
You'd have to use half your movement to get up, so you can use 15 to fly, or dash.
Okay. Can I do that? Just get up and then just move 15 feet away from it?
Yeah, you can get up and fly 15 feet, or walk 15. Either or.
Okay. I'm just going to. Is 15 feet grapple?
I got you.
Yes, it is. So I'm going to move 15 feet right here, and I'm going to just turn my gauntlet into just activate my hand cannon, and I'm just going to take aim and take like a shot at Alias.
Roll the hit.
And that's 24. Like that's like a 26.
But we trusted each other better than this.
So it hits, and he's healed for 21 points of healing. And then, as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Sanctuary on Alias and just say, Alias, good luck!
Thank you. What does that
Says
do?
good. When a creature targets you, they have to make a wisdom save. Or changes target. It keeps you
Yeah, I'm gonna add,
How many points of healing was that?
21.
21. Heard. Thank you.
I do think it limits
my
you from
turn.
attacking. Yeah. Yeah, so it has to make a wisdom saving throw or change targets, unless you attack it and then the spell ends. So until you hit it, it won't hit you. And as he does that, this mechanical sigil appears around you, and the sigil of the Supreme Deity wraps around your chest and protects you. It's a little sacrilege.
I see with
we'll
my
take it.
amulet hanging on my chest.
It's like Carillin's like, hey, what you doing? I like that.
Sorry, I'll make sure it's placed on top, of course. You first.
It's very stylish, isn't it, friend? Wear it with pride.
And the light.
Of course. Right. Fuck. I'm gonna start immediately backtracking. I am already looking bloody. Okay, I have on my face is like caked in blood, from just the gust that, like, all the scratches and stuff that came with when he gusted the wind there. And so I'm gonna actually reel back my full movement, saying, fuck this, I'm getting out. And so where's my full 30? Let's go full 30. I don't remember where that was. Was that right? I'll go down a little more. And then because I know I felt the energy of Sanctuary take over me. And so I'm just gonna cast would casting a spell that's non-damaging count as an attack?
It says attacks or cast a spell that affects any. Oh, if you attack or cast any spell that affects an enemy creature, it ends.
Cool.
Yeah.
Then I'm just gonna take the dodge action, I guess, because I don't want to throw anything at it. So I'll just take the dodge action there. And with the little bit of time left I have, if somebody gives me a little bit of assistance on a spell, I could potentially slow him down drastically and make sure he only gets one option. I just would need a little assistance, some guidance perhaps, and I'll end my turn with that.
Boom back. Cuppkake.
Alright, so is our boys flying, right?
I guess
10 feet up.
it's like a light hovering. Like
Okay,
10 feet
cool.
up.
Would I be able to, like, I've got to get up, that's 15 feet. So that's how my movement speed. Would I be able to jump onto the tail and sort of, like, try to climb the dragon?
Why don't you mount a dragon? Give me athletics check. It's
Okay,
spicy.
cool.
Is it I only hit things? I'm gonna climb on it and hit it.
Well, I'm a gorilla. I like to climb things too, dang.
That's the energy I want.
Okay, athletics. Oh, awesome. I'm gonna rage before I do that.
So advantage on that athletics check now.
I think so, yes.
The monkey gets angry and starts to attempt to
No,
climb.
I only have is athletics a strength check? Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah,
My bad.
it is.
Yeah, okay. Cool. So I'm gonna be raged. It's gonna be got a 26 and a 19.
Yeah, you smoothly can you grab onto the tail and you start to climb it.
Okay.
I will let you make an attack action if you'd like, because I'll count that as a grapple check to try to hold on to it. So you can make another attack.
Okay.
You can make a single attack action if you want.
Okay. I don't know. I don't think I would love to make an attack action, but I think that Ackh would be so like focused on like trying to climb. So maybe
Yeah.
maybe a dash action. Can I do that? If you're cool with that?
To get some more, to get up the tail more.
Yeah, to get
Yeah.
a little higher up.
Yeah, you start grab on that tail and you start crawling.
Cool.
Take it.
I think I'm gonna correct me if this is like too much or something. I'm gonna try to get like right here. That's cool.
Yeah, it's not gonna be scaled to what you're doing. So we'll just know you're on around the tail, but meat of the dragon is where you're hidden, like that point where the tail meets the body.
Okay, cool.
So you've monkeyed your way up there. It's pretty smoothly. Also, you're great at climbing things. This tail is not for you. It's just a moving branch. It's fine. All right, and is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, that's the end of my turn. Wait, actually, I killed a dragon. Sorry.
It's also gonna die.
Yeah, that's it. That's everything.
All right, perfect. So the gotta read then measure. So much counting. All right, so the dragon is floating above you guys, and it kind of like takes a deep exhale, and it uses its lair action to do something called noxious gas. And so I need the three guys in front of it, which is Dusty, Servius, and Alias, to make me DC 15 Constitution saving throws.
$18.
19.
Pass.
16.
Pass. Beautiful, beautiful. Also, the ones who failed the frightful presence can re-roll those. Just see if you give
The
it-
wisdom-
What's the...
It is a wisdom save, DC 19.
Got a nat 20.
Okay.
You're not scared no more.
I
I
got
got
a
a
nat 1.
You still scared.
I'm so scared. I'm scared.
Am I scared if my wisdom modifier bumps it up to 19?
You're still no, yeah, you're still scared. You're still scared, and you already were scared.
Cool.
We'll get you next time. But this is just a disadvantage on attacks and ability checks while looking at it, and you can't move towards it willingly. And just 2 of you are left in that, so no worries. All right, moving into I gotta pull up the initiative order. Boom. Ugaku went, and that was the lair. Dusty.
Dusty's gonna yell at Blow. Blow, get off the ground! So Blow's gonna stand up before Dusty holds forth his frankly spectacular mahogany rolling pin. It's a really good wood polish and lacquer. I highly recommend it if you have the time to check that out. And it's gonna swirl with a bit of a sparkle and send that over blows away, casting Enlarge. So Blow's gonna be a big guy. And Dusty's gonna yell again, saying, Blow! I have a great idea! Follow that gorilla! So Blow's gonna try and jump up and get on the dragon too.
Give me an athletics check.
Alright, and he's big, so he gets advantage on strength checks.
There you go. Climb that dragon. Climb that dragon.
Only was a flower. Who got
That's a 17.
You get on it, but you're not. You're like you're on it at the base of it. It gets on there, but it's like not. It can't like move up or anything, but it doesn't get itself on there.
And then
like,
Dusty's gonna run himself back behind Servius's zombies. He's gonna turn to Servius and say, Hey!
Yes?
Eat this cupcake. And hand him a cupcake.
Alright.
You'll feel great.
Ooh, that's sweet.
That's
that
5.
cupcake in your turn.
Yeah.
Or is it
On
yeah? Unless it's your action.
That can be. It's gonna be a bonus action. To eat cupcake, right? Can you use my bonus action to eat it?
Yeah. Are you just like? Is it an actual cupcake, or are you using an ability or something?
Well, it's a chef cupcake, so it would give 5 temporary HP.
Oh yeah, you can give it to him and then he can use his free action to eat it. Yeah.
Oh,
I thought
yeah.
it was like a spark, and then you would just mod. Gotcha.
Have this cupcake.
Thanks.
Sweet. And that's the end of Dusty's turn.
Boom. Alright, and the dragon's gonna go. And it is going to... It doesn't look like everyone's trying to leave it. And so it's going to... It's gonna swing itself around so that it is placing itself behind Alias. So that it's like, water, you guys, dragon. And so it's placing itself, in theory, here. And it's gonna shoot an acid breath. Yeah, an acid breath. 90-foot line. 10 feet long. We love a nice diagonal. And we're gonna shoot, boop, right down this line right here.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
It's it flies over, and it goes, and it starts to erupt this atrocious toxic breath that then you can feel the heat coming off it, and you gotta make dexterity saving throws.
Fuck.
17?
17.
I gotta get the calculator out for this one.
Oh no! Oh boy!
So I guess
This
17.
is gonna go great. I got a 14.
Yo, none of us passed.
Is that?
That was with. I had advantage too on dex save. Or on, it was a dex save, right? Yeah. And
Was that
with the
everyone?
advantage, I still
Zadkiel?
got a 14.
I have an 18.
Yeah, no, all those fail. The DC we're looking for is a 22. And it gnarls its breath and it shoots an acid breath at you for a nice little 15d8 points of acid damage.
Oh.
Half if you pass,
Wait.
which no one did.
Mm-hmm.
And it starts to this, like not even fire. Like the saliva that you saw earlier is now green and noxious, and it just starts to bubble and foam out, and it just and does 59 points of acid damage as it just covers several of you in a nice bath.
Use Hellish Rebuke here, which is a reaction. Cool. I use Hellish Rebuke then. You gotta make a dexterity saving throw.
I rolled a nat 20.
Well, you pass. Still take, since I casted it as a higher level spell, you still take 2d10. Yes, that's something.
And let it be known that is first damage on the dragon, so we will take it. It's also only been 1 round, so it's okay.
I am also going to use a reaction here to puff into like fairy dust and reappear 30 feet away from that location, because fuck that. So I'm gonna use Misty Escape here.
Did you say it's how much?
16.
16.
But we got what, 59 damage?
Yeah, you take 59 points of acid damage.
Cool. That's absolutely nothing. Okay, cool.
Oh no.
All right. Perfect. And that is the end of its turn. And Cerberus Pyrrrhos, it's your turn.
All right, great. Oh,
Look at some hot muck.
wow, this feels terrible.
Ooh, okay, animation.
All right. I'm going to look at the monster, look at that dragon, and cast light. So a Constitution saving throw, which you're gonna pass.
I did. It's it's over 20. 21.
Yeah, that'll do it. You'll take 4d8. So let's
In my
see.
defense, it has a really high concept.
Yeah.
It's its highest, actually. What am I dying on?
21.
What kind of damage was that?
Necrotic damage.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Alright, anything else from you?
That'll be all for me now.
Zadkiel.
Zadkiel, after just like getting covered in all this, he's just going to start shaking and just scream at the top of his lungs and try to just fly up to meet eye level with the dragon, and then just open his front wings, just letting the full light come out, and just try to cast blindness on the dragon, and he has to make a Constitution saving throw. Please fail.
It does not.
No.
That time it was like a 31.
Wow.
Oh,
I rolled bad the first time. The 21 was a bad roll for me. The 31 was okay roll.
And then after seeing this fail, Zadkiel's gonna be like, "What kind of abomination is this?" And he's going to try to take off 30 feet and just running away from this guy. Wait, how far is 30 feet?
You hear a chuckle in your head. Summer Song laughing at you.
And that's the end of my turn.
Alright, Alias.
I'm still terrified. So I'm just kind of looking up just frantically. I'm probably fallen on my knees at this point and just scrambling away because I have been blasted and put through hell. So I'm gonna travel my full 30 up to just try and get away from the group as much as possible. I'm gonna go up that way. And with my action, knowing that it is probably not going to work, but I'm going to reach into my pocket and I'm going to pull out a little bit of pixie dust. But as I reach up my palm, out of this pixie dust, a little fairy is going to kind of form, kind of like Sandman kind of forming out of the dust. And this pixie is going to come out and then start kind of hovering. And it's going to hover right up to the dragon's nostrils and it's going to explode in its face. I'm going to try and cast slow on this dragon.
Okay, and that is a wisdom saving throw?
That is yes, wisdom saving throw.
A 19.
Passes. It needed to pass 17. Okay.
Close.
Right. Wonderful. Perfect. I'm just gonna sit here. Please don't kill me or anything.
At the end of your turn, I assume your turn's over.
Yes.
At the end of your turn, boop, boop, what is this? It's gonna use a legendary action, and it's gonna make a tail attack at Ackh on its back. It does hit.
Okay.
I can feel you up there, like a small itch, and it's coming for you.
I'm tickling it the whole time, trying to.
Stop it. 15 points of bludgeoning damage. Half to
8?
7.
7? Okay.
I was like, I couldn't do math. I got scared.
Awesome.
All right, and then that is your turn.
Awesome. How healthy is it?
Is it
How
dragon?
attached are the wings?
Oh,
Are they very attached? Or like
they're
moderate?
pretty. They look like they were definitely born with them, and they are secure. But I mean, how hard do you want them to not be attached is the question.
I want them to not be attached very hard. I'm just trying to determine whether or not Ackh is gonna try to like chop them off or like rip them, like attempt his best to like rip them off.
I think sheer size wise, you'd have to it would take some work to like chop it down. I don't think you'd be able to rip it. These wings are like. I don't think you think you'd be able to rip it. These wings are massive.
Okay, cool. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to run towards like the base of one of the wings and attack sort of like an overhead slash. I'm trying to like damage the wings as much as I can so that it can become ground level, easier to fight.
Yeah. Give me some attack rolls.
Okay. That is. So. It's not gonna do it. Cool. So he's gonna bring his sword down. It's gonna dink off, and then he's gonna use his second attack to try to do it again, and that's gonna be a 22, which I believe meets it. So
yeah,
it's another dink. Then
and you see that this hide, I can't think what it's called. It's strong. You're like, what the natural armor? What is that? But also baby's first dragon, so it's a lot to process. You've read about this, so you're like, oh yeah, these things are. Agua did say don't fuck with dragons. Okay, that is canon. Okay, got it. All right. Next up is gonna be a lair action. Excited? Actually, it's not gonna take one. Never spicy enough. So it'll be Dusty's turn.
Okay. Blow is kind of speeding on his own. So he's actively climbing up this dragon now. Would he be able to reach the top?
He's on the dragon. He's on the tail of the dragon. The tail is pretty massive. He can attack the tail of the dragon if you're just trying to do damage. If he's trying to get to a certain spot, it would take some more time to get up there, or maybe a dash action to get up there. But it is a pretty massive creature. It's trying to scale.
Yeah. Yeah, Blow's just gonna keep on climbing up that tail, just slowly and surely, like a CrossFit guy trying to climb the ropes.
Like a gorilla.
Yes.
Yeah, it is slowly following up Ack's lead, and it is trying to make its way up. It's just taking it a lot more time. Smooth.
And Dusty is standing there next to Servius, just trying to process what just happened to him. Like, holy shit! That fucking hurt, man!
melting. That was acid, dude. Holy shit!
I need sugar. I need sugar.
I need to get
Gonna-
the fuck out of here.
How many cupcakes could I eat at one time?
One.
Well, he's gonna scarf that down. And he's just gonna he's gonna stay where he is, just at his general state of alarm. But he's gonna take the dodge action.
Perfect.
Incredibly confused.
Give me the dodge. What is this? Looking for range on something. Sorry. Oh, this one. Woo! Alright, and that's the end of your turn.
Yes.
Alright, the dragon's gonna come through. We're just gonna do a drive-by. It's gonna smack. It's gonna smack Servius. It's gonna bite Servius, claw at Dusty, and then swing another claw at Zadkiel. You thought you were safe, but you weren't. And Dusty has disadvantage. It has disadvantage on the one against Dusty because he's dodging. So I would say really.
Well, once it hits, uncanny dodge.
Yeah, it's hitting Dusty for sure.
That's a shame.
30 was the lower of the two rolls.
That's a
and
shame.
other boys also taking a hit. Okay, great. Servius, you're taking the bulk of it, so let's see how you fare first. It's gonna come in with this bite attack. It's gonna blink its neck out. And it's gonna do 44 points of damage.
Holy shit! Uncanny dodge that motherfucker. Hey,
22
bites
points of
my
damage.
wing and rips that bitch off.
Yeah.
So I'm taking 22. Shit.
Yeah, it takes 22 as it comes in and it bites you and it fully rips your. It doesn't rip it off. It severs it. It cuts it rips through it. That's what it grabs, and then we're gonna do the attack on 19 points of damage to my friend Dusty, and 16 points of damage to Zadkiel. And as you guys are processing that damage, we are going to give our audience some time to process that. We're going to take a smooth 10-minute break, and we'll be right back for some more blood on the... Well, now it's acid. Acid on the battlefield. Stay tuned for the conclusion of Battle of the Gods, Episode 3.
We gonna die.
We are back. Adventure in Silver Nell, Battle of the Gods, Trilogy Finale. I call it The Ascension, but... don't hold me to that yet because my authors died today, so we don't really know yet. But we're back. We're in the middle of a heated battle. Our champions throughout time are fighting an ancient black dragon. They are getting their ancient black dragon asses. They're losing, guys. It's not looking pretty for them. They were covered in some noxious gas, acid. Their dead bodies have been risen from the corpses around them. It's not been super helpful, but it notably has happened. It's been a wild time, and we jump right back into it with Servius Pyrrrhos.
You're a little too close for comfort for me. I'll run.
So I'm going to try to run 30 feet just away, just somewhere. I know it's not going to help much, but I'm going to do it anyway. Oh, there's just nowhere good. There's nowhere good.
What?
Alright. Screw it. I'm gonna run back there. So I'm gonna run 30 feet this way. I'm gonna call my corpses over to block me because dear God, I need something. And then gonna turn to the dragon, and I'm gonna say, "Fine. If you're going out today, I'm going out in the front." And I'm going to use Toll the Dead on it.
Wisdom saving throw. Yeah.
Yep.
Also, is your Raise the Dead, is that a concentration spell?
It is. But I didn't
I need the I need the one from that was the 22. Which is what was half of the, so I guess you're still making a 10 from the 22 damage you took, so it's half of that.
Yes. Half
10.
Wait, half the 22 damage? I took, it was like a 43 damage.
It was 44 that you have to 22.
Yeah, 22.
The concentration check is half of your damage that you took, or 10, whichever's higher. So
Gotcha.
the DC for the concentration check is 10.
Okay.
Because you took half. If you'd have taken the 44 damage, the DC would have been a 20, and you'd have been like, fuck. But that's 10.
Cool. Cool. Okay. Dope.
And a wisdom saving throw I'm rolling. I rolled a 13 on this wisdom save.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it actually wasn't. His wisdom saves aren't that great. Also, I rolled a 4 on the dice.
Oh!
But it's fine.
That's perfect. That actually hits. And since you've already taken damage, 4d12. Okay, cool. That's something. All right.
Doing all the damage. Yeah, making mama proud. Oh.
Dirty.
Ooh,
Nice.
30. All right.
You man. And I bring up a just dark cloud around its head, and then it just starts to like dorm in there, creating necrotic damage that starts to like, it's probably not melting its face or anything, but it might be like singeing it.
Yeah, you see it starting to, like, these lines of dark energy starting to appear. It's kind of hard to see on it, but you see they're starting to appear and undulate on its face as it's starting to, like, seep into its ears and its eyes, and it's like,
You man.
beautiful. Anything else from you?
No, that's it.
Smooth. It's gonna take its legendary action. It's gonna make a tail attack at Dusty, and it actually misses. It rolled a 21, which is your AC, so it doesn't hit. Actually, I had to check that dice because I was like, man, that might be a miss. First miss from the dragon. The tail comes right by you, and you block it, and you're smooth. Zadkiel, it's your turn.
It's probably not going to work out in my favor, but am I allowed to just fly up and like land on the dragon's neck? That's like 30 feet of my movement.
You're flying into a dragon, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm just
Yeah,
going.
range.
So yeah, I'm just going to fly up, try to hopefully avoid his eyesight, and just like land on the dragon's just like neck. Not hard at all, just kind of just like maybe not even land, just kind of like hover above it. And I'm going to look at I don't know, Blow, and I'm going to look at Blow and Ackh, and just like reach my hand out. You're going to see the supreme deity's like vigil just like start casting, and I'm just going to say, while I'm really out of breath, let the blessing of the supreme deity guide your actions, and just cast bless on Ackh, Blow, and myself.
Effect. A
What does the
D4.
10 do?
You can add a D4 to attack, saving throws, or ability checks.
Cool.
All of
I
it.
get 1d4 to spend, or it's
It's
ongoing?
every time you make an ability check, saving throw, or an attack roll, but not damage,
Okay.
until he loses concentration.
And,
Boyfic,
My action. In return.
love it, love you, thank you. Alias,
Awesome. I'm scared. I'm still scared. I forgot to roll for breaking that frighten last turn. So that's like an 11, so that's not gonna do anything. Cool. So
Still
I'm
scared,
still
still scared.
terrified of this
On
sucker. Yeah, on brand. I may be cocky, but I have anxiety. It'd be like that.
we're all human.
Cool. Well, I can't attack it, right? Anything towards it is disadvantage.
Yeah, you can attack it. You just have disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Okay, well then I'm not going to attack it. Instead, I'm gonna. Let's see. Where am I at here?
That is the
If
word.
I can. I'm. Oh wow! I'm all the way up here. That's great. Cool. Well, I'm going to take a step forward, just a small step forward, and Elias is going to, essentially, as he steps forward, his eyes start to like glow ever so slightly, and his skin turns this dark, kind of crystal amber looking, as part of his Eldarin heritage. His sandy blonde hair starts to ignite in flames as his eyes go white, and he's going to stretch out his hand and go, "You who served the Spider Queen, lost in darkness, summon you to the light. Fight. Pay your due." And I'm going to summon an aberrant spirit. So it is going to, essentially, you're going to see this, star spawn. So it's like this scaly, bipedal, like, beast start to kind of summon out of this little void portal as he takes shape.
Yeah, you start to call out on deals. You're like, these summons are like deals you've made in the past on your things you've done, your Corellian vibes.
Like from
you're like people who've lost games to you and now may find themselves in the form of these aberrant creatures, and you summon one from a little portal, and it crawls out. This creature, this being, is summoning it in front of you or in front of the dragon?
I'm gonna put him right on top. Let's see, I can summon him 90 feet from me. So if I can summon him kind of on his left wing.
There are two kinds of players. They're like, all right, I'm gonna sit on the ground. They're like, hey, I'm gonna climb on the dragon and fight on its back. That's how I'm fighting the dragon.
Yeah,
on its back.
I see
It's
them
the
on their
battlefield.
back, like, having fun. I'm like, I'm good. I'm gonna sit back here. Actually, it's fine. But I will summon that.
Your ass off.
Colby, I like how you basically described deep fried Elias.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Elias, but he's crispy.
You just get a little crispy, Yeah. Soft bake.
Awesome. Can it make an attack on the same turn, or is it just chilling?
So I believe I gotta read the spell. The creature is an ally to you and your companion. In combat, the creature shares your initiative count, and it takes its turn immediately after yours, and it obeys my verbal commands.
Perfect. So you can still
Cool. So yeah, I'll just look at it and go, "Corellin is our master. Pay your dues." And I'm gonna point at the dragon. Kill. So that'll be the end of my turn, going into the aberrant spirit, or the star spawns. I use the aberrant spirit block, I believe.
Yeah, and so it's gonna be what's the attack? The star spawn can do. It's a melee spell attack. It's whatever your spell attack modifier is to hit a D8 plus 3 plus whatever the spell level is for damage.
Cool. It says so at the start of its turn for star spawns. At the start of each of the aberration's turn, each creature within 5 feet of it must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw. So I think that's just the dragon.
Yep. Wisdom save, right?
Yes.
Ooh. 17.
That is my. Does it have its own DC, or is my spell DC?
It uses your spell DC.
Cool. My spell DC is a DC of 17, so it passes.
Maybe next time.
Cool. Maybe next time. Cool. Well, then it's just gonna make that melee spell attack. So, it is +3 plus the spell's level, which is 4th. Oh, yay, math. 4th level. So 3 plus 4. So 7. That is 23 to hit.
Yes, sir.
Cool. Ooh.
Roll to hit 23.
A 23 is its. God,
is the lowest
damn.
the lowest
Okay.
roll to hit this dragon is a 23.
Okay. Wonderful. Wonderful.
Thick.
Love that. Love that. That I just have to roll really high every time. Cool. Then that's a d6 plus 3, so 5 plus 9 points. That feels really underwhelming. That's okay. 9 points of damage.
9 is better than nothing, okay?
Better than nothing. So,
All right.
Yeah.
Is it in for you?
Does it get the multi-attack action? Because it is it's listed under actions for the aberrant spirit. So I believe
it's half of the spell level, right? You said 4th level is a spell?
Yeah, so it gets 2
so it has
attacks.
2. Yeah, it's 2.
Then let's roll the other one real quick. Is 25 to hit.
Yes, sir. Yeah, everyone should get a good summon spell. Just have an extra friend out there that can fight.
Yeah, I was like, I can't deal a lot of damage, but this
They
you
scale
can.
so well. Tasha made those, and I was like, good addition.
Ooh, that's a max die. 13 damage on the second attack.
Lovely.
And that'll be the end of its turn.
Play back. Alright. Uggok.
Amazing. Uggok's gonna realize that he didn't really do much damage, any damage at all to the wings, and so he's still angry, and he's gonna start swinging his great vorpal sword, sort of like in an X in front of him, and he's gonna shout his classic catchphrase, "Power word kill," which does nothing. But he heard it once, and it killed someone. And it's gonna be an 18. So first one dinks off. Then he's gonna go for that second attack, which is going to be a 32 to hit.
That hits,
And,
yeah.
And it's gonna be 19 points of damage. And he's gonna be disappointed that it didn't kill it.
No. Beautiful, beautiful. Will it take a lair action? Let me check. It is going to... No, it is not. Smooth. Alright. Dusty.
Blow! Hit it down! Blow's gonna just punch it. It's gonna punch straight down at the dragon. It's gonna
No one stand next to that thing.
just letting out noises like, yeah! Oh, and I have bless, don't I?
Yeah, blow does.
Oh, yeah. I was like, no. But blow does, yes.
Blow does, yes. Then... Oh gosh, there's too much math.
That is the worst thing about high level gameplay. It's like, man, a lot of math. Brain hurts. Gotta act and do math? That's not what I signed up for.
He's gonna get one solid punch. He swings once, just like, and it hits it just like, and then with his other arm, he's gonna and just pound it into the dragon's back area.
The kidney, I think.
So it'd be 16 bludgeoning damage.
Yes, so now we're hitting things. Love to see it.
There we go.
All right. Okay.
And Dusty's gonna break his concentration on Blow. So Blow's gonna go back to his normal size. And holding his rolling pin, he's gonna give it a whirl, and fun sprinkles and glitter are gonna shoot out. He says, "With sugary haste, I fuel myself," and he's gonna cast haste on himself.
Nice.
And he's going to go 50 feet up, all the while yelling at this dragon, saying, "Come here, big fat dummy! I bet you put salt on your cookies!"
Isn't that supposed to be good?
What did you say, gorilla?
That was out of character.
Said no. Beautiful. And as you is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
You run by, you say that, and it's going to fly over to yeah. It's gonna take up on your offer. It's gonna move itself to about here, and it's gonna make an attack on Dusty, Alias, and Servius. The bite's coming for Dusty. Checking for a nat 1, which is not. Boop, that's a hit. Elias, that is a hit. That is a hit. Yeah. Boom. Alright. Damage.
Is do I still have Sanctuary up?
No, because you cast slow. It didn't work. when you did cast
Well,
slow.
Pablo cast it. Has Pablo casted anything else?
No, it's whenever you cast.
When I cast a spell.
the
Okay.
warning target. Yeah.
I know how it works now. Cool. Just
Michael,
checking.
Sorry.
not that this makes a difference, but I do have +2 to AC with haste.
Yeah, I know. I got you.
Yeah.
I'm a haste
I already
user.
know, and I'm gonna hit you anyway.
I'm familiar with her work.
Gonna hurt a lot.
Dusty takes 42 points of damage, split between piercing and acid. And then the other two take 15 for who the first person is. Okay, let's see. 15 for gotta switch my cameras. For Elias, you take 15 and 15 as well for Cerberus.
Uncanny dodge. I get it every turn, and I'm gonna use it every fucking turn.
Staying alive. I'm a live.
Dusty's not fast no more.
Amazing. Also, you used to cast haste, and I'm pretty sure after haste runs out, you're kind of tired.
Get a little bit exhausted.
There's some bad things from losing haste.
Better
I
hope
don't think
we
it's
end this
exhausted
quickly.
per se, but it is
What is it?
you can't move or take actions until after its next turn.
Mm-hmm.
As you get tired, you run, you talk shit,
If it comes around.
and now you're tired. But it's coming. All right. Well, that was everyone. That was my attacks. So that is the end of its turn. Servius Pyrrrhos.
Hey, fucker. Bitch. Okay. I'm gonna try to run. Just a little ways away. You know, no big deal. Yeah. I'm gonna run over here, and I'm gonna call my little guys with me as my bonus action. Just to block, even though they aren't doing that much. But it's something. And I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt on it. What's your AC again?
22, so you need to roll a 23 to hit.
23 to hit, plus my efficiency and intelligence. We'll see. Yes, it hits. 24.
Hey!
That is 4d6. So, where's my... Oh, yeah, this is the d6. I forgot that when I was reading it. I was like, yeah, 4d6. This is going to be a lot. Okay.
Like, it's so tiny. And the next person has advantage, so it could save the day for someone.
14.
Thank you, sir.
I shoot a bolt right into its.
And you hit its eye and it starts to glow with radiance. And everyone sees that. And it's like, hit this eye right here.
Right there.
And it just starts to glow out.
And that's the end of my turn. I'm going to cower over here now.
Perfect. It's going to take an action to try and hit the monkey on its back. Dang. Consistently rolling bad for you. That is not going to be a hit. It's okay. Which is wild. And we're moving into the next one. All right. Zadkiel's turn.
Zadkiel he's just going to immediately just start getting to work, and he's going to raise his hands up and just start casting another spell to the distance, like around right in front of the dragon's face almost. A sigil is going to come, and like a portal is going to open, and he's going to summon a guardian of faith that just kind of looks very much like a orb of light that just kind of has metal parts just kind of just twisting at the center, trying to resemble the supreme deity as best as it can. And he's just going to simply say, "Please, help us in this battle! Please!" And, that ends my turn. Wait, can I make it do anything?
That's Guardian of Faith, right?
Yeah, Guardian of Faith.
I think, is this when we at the end of your turn? I'm reading it right now. Any hostile creature who moves into the space for the first time. Yeah, it's first time it's within its space. So yeah. Dexterity saving throw. I was like, what am I like to roll? All right, dexterity saving throw. Oh my god, I rolled an 11. So it takes 20 points of radiant damage.
Yes.
Smooth. Oh. And your guardian, you see it hits your guardian. You summon it, and it kind of releases this energy wave, and it kind of shrinks a little bit. It only can do like 60 points of damage. So it's got 2 more hits left in it. Magical. And anything else from you?
Good job! Keep doing what you're doing! And yeah, that's it.
Love it. Alias.
Okay, awesome. Well, I feel a little better now that I have more help around me. Am I engaged in melee combat with the dragon?
No.
No. Okay, then I am going to keep backing up. Hopefully that it's not going to take a snap at me as I walk away. And I'm going to back up.
It hasn't taken any reaction attacks, you've noticed.
Noticed. Okay, wonderful. And then I'm going to use that freedom to back the fuck up. And get out of there. You know, I'm the spellcaster, never in the fray, not me. And as I do, Elias reached down to his belt. I went Irish there. Sorry, bringing it back in. Dialect change. The Fae. Whims of the Fae. It's all right. Anyway, he's gonna reach down to his belt and he's gonna unclasp his deck of cards that he keeps on his hilt. And he's gonna pull them out. And again, these are white cards with a golden metal rim around them. To keep them very elegant and stylish at all times. He's gonna start shuffling them, and he's going to toss each of them, and with each release, they're going to become engulfed in the blue Eldritch energy. And I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast. I'm throwing, out of my deck, I'm throwing 2 queens at it.
Perfect.
So, that is 3 Eldritch Blasts. Whoa, that one's not going to hit. Natural 20 on the second, for a total of, what do I add to that? I think it's like 25, 26, something like that. I think it's, I'm dropping dice. To hit, yeah, it's like a 20.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be. It'd be your proficiency and also your modifier, so it's gonna be like a 27.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be, I would say it's way above 20, 23. Yeah. And then the third one is also not gonna hit. So I warm up with the first 2. They go to sling, and I kind of, I'm going for piercing and slashing damage, and so I see it skid off the scales, the first 2, and I kind of get frustrated and chuck the third one almost blindly, not even looking, and it'll impact.
Is that your queen card?
That is the queen card. Yes.
Yeah. Tell your friends about your queen card.
Yeah. So the as the card is thrown, it's the Queen of Hearts. and it slowly, as it is engulfed in blue flame, it almost, you see a fire start on the card. And essentially, after this card hits, you see me kind of straighten up a little bit more, like I'm not quite as hurt. So that'll be a 6 on the die plus 6, 12 damage on that. But it's a critical, so it's 18 damage.
Perfect. And you get
Also,
those 18 back for yourself.
I say I get those 18 back for myself.
There's that queen card. You see that Eldritch Energy hits it hits that dragon, and then it starts to, like, you see it in essence start to go back to him, and he looks a little better.
My hair will kind of sparkle with blue flame ever so slightly.
We love homebrew items. Crazy. Ackh.
Quick question, Pablo. Do I still have the +4 from you, or is that done?
Yeah. No,
Dude, okay.
You have it until like you use it up.
Oh, how long do I have for that?
Bless lasts until you drop concentration on it.
Oh, then I guess I did when I cast.
Oh yeah, cause he just switched to Guardian of Faith.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, Guardian of Faith isn't a concentration spell, so you still have Bless. Guardian of Faith just lasts until it uses all his points.
Awesome.
You're good.
Cool.
I looked it up.
All right, so Ackh is gonna look down at his handiwork, and he's gonna shout to everyone else, "Powerwood Kill must be a ritual cast. Give me 10 minutes to focus." And he runs up to the nape of the dragon's neck, and he takes his sword and he starts slashing at it. He's like, "Power Word Kill!" And he's gonna roll. That's not gonna hit. He's gonna for his next one, slash at the neck. It's gonna be 30, and that is gonna be 18 points of damage.
Nice. Boom. You do have the option to your barbarian. You can go reckless if you want to reroll that first one and try to hit. It would get advantage on you, but they're not really missing anyway that much.
I don't think that I have that in the
because you're
you
half barbarian.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Not all the perks. All right. All right, and as you end your turn, you see it. You start to hit its neck. It doesn't like that. It is going to buffet its wings, and everyone except Alias and Servius Pyrrrhos needs to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Does that include my aberrant spirit, which we need to go back and do that turn?
Oh snap! We do roll to hit. Yeah, roll to hit and damage, and yes, it also does include that.
It does. Okay, and what we can do the damage this first. What is a saving throw?
It's the dexterity saving throw.
Awesome.
Mike, if I can't move, should I make the dex throw?
Yeah, you can make it. I mean, it's a pretty high DC, but you're welcome to make it, because if you pass it, you deserve that.
Okay.
I won't take that from you.
2.
It's a hard one to pass. See, the dice know.
I got a 21.
Hey.
Level is yes. Wait, who am I looking for? Is everyone else rolled?
Yes. I hooked onto the dragon's neck and rolled a 25.
Nice. 25, 21.
For the aberrant spirit.
Aberrant fails. You and your 2 fail. What did your summon roll? Dusty. I guess I should have been more clear on who's summoned.
Yes. What's its modifier? 12.
Alright. The Aberrant fails. The Sugar Cube fails. Ackh passes. Zadkiel fails. Dusty fails. Everyone takes 16 points of damage, or 8 if you pass, and everyone is knocked prone if you failed.
What kind of damage?
It is bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
If you're on the dragon, you don't fall off of it. You just fall onto the dragon. It's a pretty big surface. But you are prone.
Even if I pass?
No, if you pass, you're not prone. If you pass, you're good. What's up, Zadkiel?
I'm dying.
Someone dead?
I'm a 0.
Ah, we got that for 0. Great. Let
He's
me
trying
hear
to
it.
be quiet about it. Be loud and proud.
It was like, hi, I died. Yeah. So as you hit 0 hit point. Oh wait, we'll resolve that, and then let's also do your. And I'll come back to that because we missed the average turn. Average takes his turn.
Wonderful. It'll do. So at the start of its turn, the dragon was within 5 feet. So I need a Wisdom saving throw.
It rolled a 15.
Yes. Okay. For the first time, it works. So it takes 2d6. So 5 points of damage at the start of its turn, and then I will roll the 2 attacks, which is I got a 3 and a 6 on the dice. I don't think an 11 and a 14 is gonna hit, is it?
He doesn't even know you're back there. It's a great time. You're like,
Cool.
he's like,
Cool.
What?
And yeah, so it gets frustrated and starts thrashing. It's making like a psychic melee attack. And so it's thrashing and just like grunting, but it's just kind of also standing there because it's not actually attacking.
A lot of angry staring.
Yeah. And that'll be the end of
It's
the
like
turn.
you miss. It's awkward. All right. As we go to as this buffets its wings and it emits this large burst, it knocks down all these creatures, and you know Dusty goes down, and you see him hit the ground, seemingly lifeless. And as he hits the ground, you see a portal that the same kind of portal you guys all came through appear in that same moment. His body is sucked through it, and out steps a Dusty who is like, oh shit, there's a dragon. And he picks up right where he left off. Full health. You've used all the spells and stuff you've used have been used. Your health just goes back up to max. Your summon still stays out there. Your health goes back up, and you've had a point reduction of some sort. You don't know what it is, but kill that dragon. Who's next? That was Ugakh's turn.
Okay.
Or it is Ugakh's turn, right? What just went? Oh, the dragon buffeted. That was it went after someone's turn.
Okay.
So I know who. I'm pretty sure it's your turn because it was because we skipped the things. Yeah, it's your turn, Ugakh's. We're top of the initiative.
All right. Ugakh's yells, "Spellcasting is tedious work. Power, word, kill!" And he continues to slash at the nape of our friend's neck. First hit doesn't go through. Second hit, nice good chunk, gets a 23. And that is going to be 19 points of damage. I'm averaging like 18.
Hey, it's consistent. We like it. Someone's got to kill a dragon. It's gonna be one of you.
People being honest.
It's gonna be someone. All right, end of you. Back from the dead. Galu, how you feeling? It's your turn.
Whoa. Fuck. Whoa, guys. I don't know if you saw that. I know we're in the middle of something, but I just died.
I saw that. What the fuck?
My spell must have targeted you. I apologize.
Damn it, Gorilla. I'm a little miffed, if I'm gonna be honest.
Are you okay? Did anything happen, or did you just reappear?
Nah, it's like every other time I died. It's just lonely.
Hey,
Right. Talk to somebody about that. Might be helpful.
I'm gonna point my rolling pin at the dragon and cast Fireball.
That's one way to do it, yeah.
Yeah,
With
I mean-
everybody else that's surrounding you.
Let me get a ping about where the fireball will be,
Pa-ping. Pa-ping.
because that's a. Let me look at that.
Well, now we know we can't die, so...
Kind of thick. He said I'm killing my
That-
friend.
That's the pa-ping.
He said they'll come back.
That's the ping. Okay, yeah, it's like a 40-foot diameter. It's a lot of space. So it's
It's 20 feet. 20 feet.
20-foot radius, 40-foot diameter.
That's true.
You engulfing a dragon. You can get me. You can hit this thing. Doesn't matter. So you just need to get a part of it in there. So you're welcome to hit. Any of this area is open. You just need a part of the dragon in there. Blow its head up.
Yeah, I'll go right there, and
Yeah.
bang.
Yeah. If the intention is not to hit anybody else, that's a smooth spot.
I mean,
So,
other people are around.
I mean,
Dusty
if
just got back from the dead. He's just aiming for the head, and the head is the aim.
Because yeah, that's fine. All right, so I'm rolling a dexterity saving throw. Moving my stuff. Ooh, I rolled a 21, 22, a 22. So I take half.
Good for you. You gotta take half of that. So that's so many rolls.
Dice. It's so it never gets easier to do math. The more even as much
So
as
many
you play.
dice. And I also get stressed. I'm like, everyone's looking at me. I'm like, I can't count now.
Too many.
So it's 25 halved. That's
12.
12, 13. Maybe
12
13.
fire. Gotcha. No.
Round up for the friendly turtle.
You shit.
And then Blow, understandably distraught at seeing his favorite turtle die.
It knows nothing.
Can Blow run towards the head?
Yeah.
Blow's gonna try and grab onto the face and cover its eyes. Just.
Yeah, give me an athletics check to get to its face, and then you're gonna make a contested roll to try to cover its eyes.
Alright, well that's a 19 to get.
Smooth. And now I'm rolling. I got +9 to my strength, or +8 to my strength. I rolled bad. Rolled a 16. Beat a 16, and you can give this some ocular disadvantage.
Alright, Blow.
There's a wolf in your eye!
Oh yeah, 23.
Perfect. Yeah.
Oh.
This starts clawing at its eye. Its one eye is radiant with the guiding bolt, and the other one, I guess we'll go back to that. And then we have the other one that now has a claw sitting inside of its eye. As it's still fighting. It's also, you note that its saliva has gone from water to acid to now a little bloody. And you're like, oh. You note some drippage in there. Boom bop. All right. End of your turn. He just puts that giant cloud on his face. I love it.
Yeah, this is the end of that turn.
Perfect. All right. We got some attacks coming in. All right, we're gonna go after a bite on. Who do I see?
Do you see?
We're gonna bite Dusty. He died and came back. That's weird. Biting him. And then we're gonna get chaotic. Yeah, let's get chaotic. Okay, so we're gonna bite Dusty. That's a hit. .42 points of piercing and acid damage. And then the dragon takes its full 80 and goes straight up in the air with Ackh, the aberrant, Salt, and the hovering Zadkiel on its back. And it goes straight up in the air. And you feel it get a little rocky.
Goodbye.
And as it gets to the very top, I'm going to need dex saves from Ackh, the aberrant, and the summon. Zadkiel has wings and flight speed. It's just trying to knock you off of it, and you can just, and it takes no effort for you to fly. So Zadkiel is chill, but the other three need to make dexterity saving throws as this dragon tries to drop you.
15.
Question: Am I in the air with it, or did I just kind of like come off it and I'm like kind of still close to the ground?
You were floating. It took you up with it. You can opt to slide off of it, but the force of it pushed you up. But you were just its goal is to throw you off at the very top of it. So at the 80 feet mark, it tries to throw you off, and you just are flying up there. So it's like, oh hey.
Okay, so I'm just 80 feet in the air.
Yeah, everyone else goes woo, and starts to fall up to the ground.
And did you say the aberrant spirit was taken up with it?
Yeah, aberrant spirit, Salt, and Ackh are falling down currently.
One of the dice. Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna take some fall damage as they plummet to the ground. But it takes some time to fall, so on their turn they'll take some damage as they hit the ground. The dragon
my dex saving throw is 23. Sorry.
Perfect. You're gonna take half damage.
Gotcha.
So All right, and that is the end of its turn. It is now 80 feet in the air, and it can't do anything else currently. And it is gonna roll its dice to recharge its breath, which it does.
What was the damage dice on that fall? I'm sorry.
It's gonna be 8d6. I haven't rolled it yet. You can roll it on your turn. But it's a d6 for every 10 feet fallen. And it also you're gonna take a quarter damage because you're gonna take half for passing the save, and then also half for being raging. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So quarter. But okay, Servius Pyrrrhos. You see this dragon fly up in the air, and you see a bunch of tiny dots start to fall from said dragon. And you're like, oh
shit! Well, dragon, let's see what you're afraid of.
I'm gonna move, because, okay, so it's 80 feet in the air, and I'm about 40 feet away from its face. Would I be able to cast something that has, 120 feet range?
Yeah, especially if you take a couple steps up. Also, again, it's it's a three-dimensional creature, so its top is 20, the low of it's 20, so it's got some space in there.
Yeah. All right, let's see.
I'm gonna then go ahead and move just a few feet up, call my bodyguards with me, and then I'm gonna say,
let's see what you're afraid of, and I'm gonna cast Phantasmal Killer
on it, which you'll have to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Saving throw. Okay. Oh, that's not good. A 14.
You don't pass this 5th level spell.
And so I send. So I don't know what the fuck dragons are afraid of. So I'm just gonna say it's the dragon's mother, just like a giant version of it, just flying at its face, screaming at it the whole while that it hasn't, I don't know, done its fucking laundry or dishes or some shit, and it is gonna grab onto its face and start yanking it around for 5d10.
Yeah.
Perfect. Roll that. Yeah, and as it's sitting there, it's screaming at you guys, and it sees Tiamat, mother of dragons, this hellish beast, this 5-headed dragon flying in. And why haven't you destroyed the village yet? Whose child are you? You swear it's mine, but I don't agree. And she flies by, and he's like,
5 heads?
Yeah, Tiamat has 5 heads.
Perfect, because it does 5 d10, and what I got from that was a total of 40. 2 do 7, 2 do 9, and 1 does 8. And so it's going to like latch on with each of its heads and like just start tearing into it. Yeah, both verbally and physically tearing into the
He's
dragon.
being, cannibalized by his own mother. Oh,
That's a little dark for you, Servius, because you and your mom have an interesting relationship as well. So literally.
When I cast this too on a failed save, the target becomes frightened for the duration. At the end of each of okay. So now, before the spell ends, the spell goes for about 1 minute. So at the end of each of your turns, you're gonna have to make another Wisdom saving throw or take 4 more D10.
Gotcha. What was it? What was that number of total damage again?
40.
40. Perfect. Thank you. Yeah. So he still sees. He still sees this. His mom flying around his head until he passes this save, and he sees this Tiamat circling around him, and he's like, "I'm sorry. I'm trying."
You know how it feels.
Perfect.
And that's the end of my turn.
Alright. Boom, boom.
Oh, and sorry, I said that wrong at the end. Since I did cast it as a 5th level, if you fail the next one, it'll also take another 5d10.
Perfect. Yeah. Fuck it up. That's what we want to hear. Cast it. Okay. Yes. Oh, I guess question I should ask, since it's giving the frightened condition, do you want Tiamat above it or under it? It's currently 80 feet in the air, and it was looking up, seeing her. Do you want her to land somewhere so that way the disadvantage, where she is, will be where his disadvantage is if he's looking? So if it's above him and he looks up, he will be afraid if he's looking up.
Oh,
he's looking
definitely down. Definitely. I wanted to like latch on under it.
Okay. Tiamat is like flying around, and she also, like, the visage of one of her faces is like on each of you, and she's like one face of each of his moms.
These fuckers.
And he's like, ah! Perfect. All right, so he has disadvantage on attacks against you all. That might save some lives. Okay, Zadkiel.
So just to confirm, he's just up there in the air with him, like behind his neck.
Yeah, so he flew up in the air with you, started swinging around, threw your friends off, and then started having a full-blown panic attack, screaming about his mom being mean to him, and you're very confused. But you're 80 feet up in the air next to this dragon that is literally frightened of nothing currently, and it's you're like, what? You brought me up here and now you're scared? This is mixed signals for sure. That's where you're at from what you perceive. So you're like, eh.
Zadkiel is just with his head cocked to the side, that's all you see, just the wings just like cocked to the side, and then he's just going to let out another scream, and all of his wings are just going to open as much as he can, and just fire is just going to emerge from his body, and right there he's just going to cast Firestorm, just try to go all out, and just, clouds of fire. That's a dexterity saving throw.
Perfect. Oh yeah, that's gonna be hot. Okay. Dexterity saving throw. Be better than a 5. It was an 8. 8 plus, so it's a 17.
Fuck. Okay, it succeeds, but it still takes half damage from it. So let me do the math.
The half of 70-10, and it's about to burn for a lot of things, but it's okay.
Oh god.
At least no one's on it now. That makes it so much safer.
Oh crap. Okay, wait. Okay.
Every map we've been to so far has been burned at some point. I feel like that's about
It's a good thing.
expected.
When you bring mages,
it's
expect your map to get fucked up if you bring mages. Like, I'm gonna cast an earthquake, and it's like, huh?
Okay.
I didn't prep for this.
He takes 22 points of fire damage.
Thank you. No.
Sorry, I had to do a lot of math.
You're so fine. Boom. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes. Yes, I'm going to stay in the same place.
Great. It's gonna attack you, but that's disadvantage. But it's good. Let's see how this goes. One was a nat 20, but the other was not. But it is a hit. So you take 16 points of bludgeoning damage as he swings his tail around.
I died.
Yeah! Do you wanna come back 80 feet in the air or on the ground 80 feet from where you are? You're gonna res in the same spot, but do you wanna be in the air or on the ground? Your choice.
Fuck. Send me in the air. Just keep me in the air. Keep me in the air.
Yeah, it looks like one of those like Portal video games. The body of Zadkiel falls out of the sky. A portal opens. It falls through. A portal opens in the sky. And he pops back out, and he's like, "Whoa, what the fuck just happened?" And
Do I fully heal? Do I regain spell slots or
you get just
health?
hit points. Just hit points.
Just hit points. Fuck.
I know that would have been real nice.
They were still burning resources. Summer Song ain't that nice. He said, "Whoa, chill."
Shit. Okay. Heard.
He was a wizard before he was a god. He said spell management is important, even when you're fighting dragons.
Fine.
All right. That's 2 deaths for our players. If we're watching out there, world. All right. You die. You come back. Alias. Wait, no.
The camera zooms all the way out off the battlefield to me. Hi, I'm still cowering back here. I'm still frightened of this bitch, I think. So...
You are the sole person still fighting that. It's a high DC. It's just not going well for you.
It's just not going well for me. Do you think I'd be good against charms? Well, it's not a charm, but give me 11. I'm still terrified. It's fine. Good thing my minion is not terrified, because I am. Cool. Well, I'm just gonna stand back there. He's towering above me now. So I can't move any closer.
Correct. You see, it's 80 feet in the air. You can't move any closer towards it. Therefore, you can fly up. Since it's so high up, you're welcome to move. You know,
Can I move closer underneath it?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna like cautiously take steps forward as I look up at this thing, just literally just shitting bricks right now. And so I'm gonna move the full 30 here. Not getting quite like underneath it. Oh, I already lost where that is. 30 is there. And then even though I'm gonna have disadvantage, which I forgot to take last turn, I'll make sure I do this time, but I'll throw 3 more Eldritch Blasts at it with disadvantage this time. Which is, there's a natural 1. So, that is 20, still not enough. Oh. And 1 more as I throw. All 3 of those miss. I'm just sitting on my ass at this point. Just
the shadows, like it's like an eclipse. You're like, I can't tell what's it and what's not.
Okay, it's who turned on the bright settings? Turn off the clouds. It's too bright. Yeah, and so that's all I'm gonna do on my turn.
Lovely.
Cool. I will tell the aberrant. I'll issue the kind of go. Right, and spirit thing. Yes. I'm tired. How about you actually put in the work this time, all right? And I'll have the aberrant spirit attack right after me. It's falling?
Yeah,
right?
The aberrant spirit is actually gonna roll 8d6 for how much damage it takes, and it also means to make a dexterity saving throw to see if it's taking half or not.
Awesome. It'll make the dexterity saving throw, which is an 18.
It's a pass. And
Pass,
then roll 8d6 for your fall damage.
8d6. I'm gonna do that. 8d6. Let me that on the computer. Ooh, that's 31. Oh,
then half of that. Half you pass.
Oh, have it. Oh,
15.
Thank beautiful. It's not me that's getting hit, so 15. Okay. It's not actually me.
But also,
So-
it is also on the ground, 80 feet away from the dragon.
Right. Would it have started its turn on the dragon, or when did this fall occur?
The fall occurred. It started falling on the dragon's.
And it hits at the top of its turn. Okay.
Yeah, it just took so long to
Okay.
fall that it was like, I'll get there eventually.
And then after the command I give it to fuck shit up, it just kind of looks at me and and just roars at the dragon because it can't do anything. And
Perfect.
that'll be the end.
Zadkiel, I did roll for your guardian spirit to see if I did pass. I took 10 points of damage, so it still has 30 points of damage left to deal. I didn't skip that, just so you know. And it's gonna be Ugokk's turn.
Right, so how high is the dragon in the air? It's 80 feet.
Oh yeah, that's so far. Yeah, it's 80 feet in the air currently.
Awesome. So Ugock is gonna jump 80 feet into the air. Cool. I guess I feel like Ugock is in a good place right now. He's just gonna ready an action. So like if the dragon like comes low enough for Ugock to be able to like jump up and grapple onto it again, then he's gonna try to do that.
Perfect.
And that'll be my action. Yeah, it'll be my action.
Okay. Dusty.
Yeah, it's pretty far away. Dusty's gonna try to blow and say,
Oh,
Hey,
Blow
Blow.
needs to make. When
yeah.
Blow, before Blow goes, it needs to do that dex save and the fall damage. Just in case you
yeah, it failed that dex save. It was an 11.
it's going to take full damage from the 8d6.
Let's see if Blow's even here.
Are you a new friend?
Oh, yeah. Blow just hits the ground. No one's around him, so no one's getting blind. That's good. Dusty's gonna turn to Blow, say, Hey! Hold down the fort here, okay? And he's gonna dash straight into the lake. So we're gonna go, yeah.
Getting near the water.
Right in there. I don't know how far down I can go, but I'll go to the bottom of that lake, wherever that is.
Yeah.
and Blow is just gonna wait kind of right outside the lake to get just waiting. He's gonna get ready like Ook does, except he's prepping more to hit than to jump.
Perfect.
That's Dusty.
As you start running towards the lake and ending your turn, you feel the lake calling to you. I need you, Salt, and its name's not Salt. You, your summon, and also Alias. I was waiting for people to get near this water. To make me a strength saving throw.
Yeah, I'm so great at those.
Oh, did you say charisma?
No, strength.
Strength. Okay, yeah.
The opposite of that.
I do get cool.
A 17.
17 for you.
And an 11 for me.
Oh, let's
Elias,
do
what's,
Blow.
As I go,
Blow got 12.
whenever I start to resist, I initially buckle under, and I pause for a second, and my amulet glows. It's kind of this bright light, and then it goes off, and I just crumble the rest of it because it doesn't help.
Yeah, you see that you turn your head as Dusty darts into this water, and you're like, what's he doing? And as he runs into the water, which is actually split like that, it does look like that, which is weird. But no one questioned that. No one questioned that before, but since he ran into the water,
I was going.
as he runs into it and his summon follows behind him, you see the tides reach out almost, and they lash at you see it lash at you and Blow, and you guys are both pulled 20 feet into the water, and you have the prone condition as you begin to drown, as it tries to pull you in. And Dusty, who ran into the water, is just like, this is nice, I like it here, this is cool. And you two are being drowned behind him.
You to cause problems for other people and not yourself.
It's going well.
Can Blow breathe? He's made out of... Well, he can dissolve, I guess.
Can you breathe through his nose?
I'm hearing fire damage because he has soluble? Thank you, I'll do that for you. That's appropriate.
Chemical damage, poison damage as it dissolves.
Yeah. Maybe acid, I don't know.
Melting!
Perfect. Yeah, it'll take some damage from that. Also, it is prone, so it's gonna be difficult terrain. You also in water. It's difficult terrain because you're in water. You're also prone, so it's half your movement to get up. So you have to use half your movement to get up, and then you're moving at half movement to get out of the water. Just to be clear, this is not. This thing is in the water. I'm thinking the wrong thing. This is in the water. This stuff is not water, and you're good. You're standing, and you see like it's like Moses did the whole split thing. It's real dramatic. But you're standing at the bottom, looking on the sides.
Wow, that's
Did
neat.
I get pulled into the water by that action?
Yeah, you and the creature got pulled into the water, and he's standing in this rift, and he's like, "Wow, it's like an aquarium, but outside." It's great. And so the dragon's gonna make some attack. Oh wait, no, it's not because it's scared. The dragon is going to figure its life out. I can roll against
That quarter life crisis, it'll get you.
Yeah, I can roll against the spell, right? Every turn.
You've got to make a wisdom saving throw now at the end of your turn.
I gotta end my turn. Oh yeah. Oh my god. Okay, I got a dirty 20.
Dirty 20, that'll do it.
Yeah, he's not afraid no more, but also his turn's over. So he's in the sky and he's like, I'm not mad at him anymore.
What?
I got over my trauma, but I'm also tired, so I'm gonna stay up here.
Okay, yeah, you did it. You passed it. You're good.
But
But you're staying up there?
Yeah, because it's the end of his turn, so he can't use any. He can't do anything else.
Perfect.
So it ends its turn, and it is stuck in the air, but no longer frightened, looking down, looking angry, and on the move. Let me roll this. Okay, that was a 1. Taking damage from this. All right, cool. Oh, that's not. All right, Servius Pyrrrhos, it is your turn. 80 feet in the air, the dragon. You can tell it's broken from your effects, and it's probably coming down here, but it's currently not. It's in the air still.
Right. Now that I know what you're afraid of, it's time for you to see what I'm afraid of.
And so, I'm gonna cast I'm gonna use one of my abilities, which is Lingering Nightmare. So you're gonna have to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. 26.
It'll pass, but you're gonna take half of that. So what this does is you're going to take 22 necrotic damage as a giant Cthulhu, which is, yes, my mother, flies at it and wraps its face with its tentacles and starts like trying to rip it apart with its face tentacles. Yeah, you still pass the saving throw, but the creature will still be there until the end of your next turn. And at the end of that turn, it's going to explode, causing a surge of psychic energy that boosts the player's natural regeneration, allowing them to immediately expend a number of hit die equal to half the caster's level, my level is 14, to restore health.
Love to see it. Yeah, so Servius Pyrrrhos makes the ancient black dragon process its mom issues. Then it makes the ancient black dragon have to deal with his unprocessed mom issues as his mother then attacks. This is like everyone's worst childhood. It's like, oh, everyone's mom's against me. Great. And while we all unpack that, we're gonna take a 5-minute break to just decompress from that.
Process the trauma.
And he's gonna roll some hit points, it sounds like. And we'll be right back for our finale of Battle of the Gods here in Silver Nell. We're back! Alright, this is Adventures in Silver Nell, Battle of the Gods, episode 3 of our 3-part trilogy, the third leg of our saga. You know what that means. We're about to get it done. And it's going to be a great time. And I again want to thank everyone for being here, audience, players, Scott, everyone. So I would thank you all for being here, making it a great time. I'm having a great time killing you all. Everyone's having a good time dying. People having a fun time watching you die. It's like a great cathartic thing for us. Next time we get together, we'll try to do something a little less traumatic, like processing our mommy issues. But we never really say never, because who knows what's going to happen in D&D? You just never know. Sometimes your mom Cthulhu.
Never died.
Sometimes she's Tiamat. It's okay. It's canon. Alright. Let's jump back into the chaos. Boom. So Pyrrrhos just made her process all that. Zadkiel. You're 80 feet in the air with our dragon.
He's just going to turn his hand into a cannon and just say, just breathe heavily and just start shooting twice. And with each shot, just say, "Foul beast, you may have bested me once, but never again!" And just take 2 shots at the dragon in the air. Okay, so shot 1 was a nat 20, and then shot 2 was a 24.
Both hits.
So...
A lot of damage, I feel like. Come through.
Oh god, where's my calculator? No! This is going to take me a very long time. I apologize.
Max dice for the first one, and then roll all the other attacks. So that is a lot of dice.
Okay.
That's why I like my calculators. You guys are all looking around. Zadkiel is the only thing that is within melee range or any kind of range of this guy. 80 feet in the air, squaring up with him. A light figure floating next to this dark black mass of angry dragon energy. This lake in front of you has engulfed 2 of your teammates as one is sunbathing in it. There are summons and creatures all across the map. There are dead bodies, some walking, some dead. You see, I guess you guys don't see the dragons that are, the extra dragon that has appeared, or the Cthulhu that has appeared as this giant black dragon is processing, seeing all these treacherous images of people's moms, and it's just like, come on.
That is also 44 points of radiant damage.
44 points of radiant damage total for both attacks?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, for both attacks.
All right, and you hit that dragon. Is it the end of your turn?
Yes. Actually, no. I want to fly 30 feet away from where I am, just kind of still 80 feet in the air. But gonna move. Also, my Guardian of Faith. The dragon needs to make a wisdom throw for it.
Okay. Oh, it's not the dragon's turn. I got you.
Oh yeah. Right. Yeah, end my turn.
Perfect. As you start to move away, you move 30 feet away, so you leave it. That is the end of your turn. Alias. I can't do anything. I think no one's near it.
Right. I'm drowning, if I remember right.
Oh yeah. Steel. I was like, what? Yeah.
Do I get advantage on the
feet
save
in the
against
water.
being frightened since I'm occupied with drowning right now?
No, you're scared and also drowning. You're facing 2
Cool.
traumas at once. You don't get to pick which one you process against at the same time.
Cool.
You're like scary dragon. Also, I can't swim.
Cool. Well, I'll try and save against the charm. Nope, that's a natural 6 on the dice for a 7. Yeah. Still terrified.
So you're scared and wet. So you can use half your movement to get up, and then you have to use half, and then you're in the water, so it's difficult terrain to get
I
anywhere.
just start dragging myself as like it's starting for anybody who's nearby Elias. It started out as like the sounds of physical effort, but it's starting to sound a little bit more like a whimper if you're close enough to hear it at this point, as he's just crawling his way out, and then he'll stand once he's out of the water, and just right, on with the show, they say, and he's gonna throw 3 more cards at the dragon there. He's gonna actually pull out his deck and fumble through and find 2 aces. He's gonna find all 3 aces, and he's gonna throw 3 aces from his deck.
For sure. At disadvantage.
At disadvantage. Thank you.
And yeah, and you have Dusty who's admiring all this, like the water and stuff, and he can hear this faint. It's a mix of like a whimper and like a sizzling sugar crackle, and it's like, what? He's like, I've never been to this room. I like this ambience of the water. It sounds like someone's sad, but also sweetness. It's a nice balance.
It's definitely the waves, the salt, you know.
A new flavor, perhaps.
That is no. First one misses. A natural 20, but it's only what do I add? Plus 9. That is a 22 to hit.
Oh, you need a 23.
Okay. Well, okay. That's the second one gone. And a 25 to hit.
There we are.
There it is. Okay, so the first 2 kind of peter out. I'm just like, I got salt water in my eyes. Definitely not tears. Just you know, crying from the salt, of course. And I'll pick out this last ace and I'll chuck it. And as it starts to go, the eldritch energy that surrounds the card, it starts to splinter. And the card breaks up mid-air and adds splinters into the shot as the ace breaks up mid-air. So that is a d10 plus another d6. So that is 11 on the die, plus an extra single point of damage from the splinter. You know, it gets under the fingernail. It really does. For a total of 12 damage.
That is like the first time Elias has hit this dragon, and he throws his card, and it's truly it's a very appropriate to Elias sight. It's kind of sad. Yeah. He's in the water. He's like, I can't. Like he's like throwing stuff, and in that chaos, he throws a card that hits this dragon. Right through the jugular.
Yes, is he?
To finish off its 6 hit points that it had left as this dragon falls from the sky.
One kill!
I that was me. Thank you. I did that. Yes, yes, I did.
Take all the.
My ritual cast is complete.
Yes.
And as this body hits the ground, it kind of sits there, and you guys all gather around it in this moment of being like, and you note the simulation, like normally the simulation just ends, and you guys are all standing there around this body, examining it, poking it, like what the fuck, like looking at the dead bodies.
Eyeball.
You grab its eyeball. It feels like if you were to grab an actual dragon's eyeball, what it would feel like in its hands, and it starts to do that. It starts to do a weird like static image type of thing, and you note the dragon does it. Things around you start to do it, and so everything starts to look weirdly out of frame. And you think back to Summer Song putting everyone here and taking you into his mind and watching this, and then you see the dragon and it vanishes, and the bodies that you raised and they vanish. It kind of looks like it all just resets as this dragon starts to crawl out of the lake. And Summer Song goes, oh, sorry, we're just running a simulation. You never want to have, like, one person win. I was running several simulations. This was the good one. I like this one the best. Elias, I always knew an elf would win because, you know, elves, we do our thing. Not win, but kill the dragon. I do appreciate you. And he kind of taps you on the back, and you vanish. Somewhere, the gods see 5th place, Elias. 200 points. he walks over to Zadkiel and he's like, the supreme deity, duplicants, maybe all the duplicants duplicant. And he kind of gives you the finger guns and you vanish. The gods see Zadkiel, 4th place, 272 points. You see him walk up to Servius and he goes, listen, you can never really win. We're already doing the Cthulhu thing and we just can't have 2 Cthulhu. It's just bad for branding. But good job. Tell your mom I said I did invite you, even though I told her it wouldn't work, but whatever. Your mom. And he high fives you and you hear your mom, but good job, baby. That was so good. Servius Pyrrrhos, 3rd place, 342 points. And then he walks up to Ackh and he looks at him and he goes, I didn't really know that it'd work out this way. And he taps and he puts his hand on your shoulder and you vanish and the audience sees Dusty Cuppkake Galu, 2nd place. The winner is Ackh. And Ackh claims victory as the champion with 390 points, Dusty with 356, and he claims that spot, and the gods see all this, and then Summer Song reappears, but you guys are sitting in this, you guys have all been out, you're gone. The gods all sit in this Coliseum. Summer Song is still standing at this podium, hands on his head, and he's reaching out, and we all see him, and the gods around him start to vanish from around him, and he goes, well, we can't let them all know that there's a more important place than their timeline. That wouldn't work. So they're going back to exactly where they came from before I brought them here, and none of them will ever know. Isn't that great? Don't you love being the god of time? I love it. So we'll see them some other time, and they'll have no idea they've already met us. So good. And all the gods start to slowly vanish, and only people left in the Coliseum are this plant and Summer Song and Ackh. And he looks at Ackh and he goes, well, they say mortals can't be entertaining, but whew, you and the Dirty Three, you're right up there. Like, there's them and then there's you. Dirty Three and then you and then like everyone else. So you're good job for you. But you do have to know that this wasn't really about you. So, and you vanish and you are back into the tree. And he sits there with Agba and he looks at her and he goes, well, a new goddess of knowledge in Silver Nell. Knowledge is power, they say, and I can't wait to see what you do. Welcome to the pantheon. He kind of looks around and he's like, we kind of like to do things chaotically around here. We kind of go with the flow, so we'll kind of get you in the rings and we'll figure it out as we go along. But glad to have you. Any questions? And I look at you.
Yes. Where will my residence be?
Oh, well, we'll see you next time, guys. Thanks for tuning in. And Summer Song's like, and he starts to spin everything around. And that's it for us, guys. We had a nice, lovely Battle of the Gods 3-shot trilogy. Again, shout out to my friends, Andrew Krug. I don't know why I started with the full names. I don't want to keep them. Andrew, Pablo, Colby, Cody, and Ben. Again, big shout out to Scott for letting me bring my friends we had met before onto his game and play some games with us. Hope you guys can make it back out. Thank you again. Thank you, audience, for joining us. And I hope you guys had a great time. Can't wait to see what chaos me and Scott do, adding in a new god to our pantheon, and one that's a giant tree. So let's see what I got some culty energy for you. So I love to turn some shit on its head, as we all know. So can't wait to see what happens. Until next time, everyone. Peace out.